This week on the weekly update, CD Projekt Red got hacked. We had looked at the PSVR game Gone, and in Minecraft, the castle is coming along quite nicely. All that coming up on this week's weekly updates. Hi, greetings and welcome fellow YouTubers out there. Now, firstly, the apologies. Sorry this video has come late. I didn't really get much time to do this over the weekend because I was doing a lot of other stuff, mostly with Valentine's, trying to create and cook a nice little dinner with my missus. Yeah, I really wish that I kind of videoed that at the time because that was a lot of fun. Messy, but a lot of fun. But yes, unfortunately I didn't manage to do the weekly update over the weekend, so here it is now. I'm filming this on Monday. I'm going to try and see if I can get this out tonight on Monday night, but it might not come out until Tuesday. We'll have to see how it goes. So what did we do over last week? Firstly, CD Projekt Red. Now, I have to give them kudos, give them a good thumbs up for not bending the knee again. We will not negotiate with terrorists kind of mentality. CD Projekt, as you may have known, has been hacked, which is ironic for a game about hacking. Yeah, well, it has some small aspects of hacking, and the idea they put some hackers are probably like teenagers, considering their message. These teenagers, they've hacked into CD Projekt and downloaded all the data, all of upcoming software, upcoming games that hasn't been released or even announced yet, and said they're going to release that out to the public. So CD Projekt has they have managed to recover all their data from backup servers because everything was like encrypted and deleted and so on. They really did a number on their servers. But the letter that the hackers sent to them was, "You have been epically pwned. You've been epically pwned." I mean, who the heck talks like that? Well, it's not the 70s or the 80s or 90s. I don't think they even talked like that after 2000. But actually, I can't even remember when they did call that. But epically pwned. They have been epically pwned. And therefore they are demanding money unless we release all the data, all your unreleased games, or that you don't want people knowing about, like Witcher 4 or whatever it was, and CD Projekt said, no, not going to have it. Get lost. Basically just stuck the fingers up at them and say, get lost. No. Yep, you've done some damage onto our servers. Yep, you won on that aspect and you took over some data which you are now going to release to the public. But they can pull back. Yeah, unfortunately this is going to create probably a dip in stock shares, but I don't think that's anything new lately, is it? Considering the release of Cyberpunk 2077. But yeah, I mean, at the moment, CD Projekt Red is currently in an all-time low at the moment when it comes to stock shares. But I think the only way going forward is up for them. So going forward, Cyberpunk 2077, that is going better. They're working on that. They're making improvements, and I think they'll probably have a decent version out eventually in, say, like a couple of months when it's good enough to be released. I myself personally am enjoying it. I've been playing it for some time, although I've noticed only a couple of small minor issues and bugs. But as a veteran Star Citizen player, it's nothing new. Well, Star Citizen, Bethesda games like Skyrim and all that, they've had far worse situations than what we're seeing in Cyberpunk. And like I said, Cyberpunk was designed for next generation game, a next generation console, being playing on consoles that are about 7-8 years old. Well, I'm not sure the details at the moment, but yeah. So I think that CD Projekt Red, it's going to go up. The games that have been released and is now you can get for like hacked versions of the games are going to be more advertisement than actual distribution. Because yeah, years ago when we had in the days of like LimeWire, we were like downloading games, pirating games, but yet the games company still made lots of money. Yes, they lost a lot of money because of all the hacking stuff and such, but still, if you want proper games with proper support, with network access, I mean, the hacked versions are only going to be like a limited version, like version 4.1 or something like that, I don't know. But when the newer game comes out, they're going to come out with the full release, full maps, everything new, including like multiplayer aspects and everything that you could possibly want out of the game. Where the hacked version, yeah, it's Witcher Light. Yeah, you go and have your limited, cut down, hacked version of the game. We got the real thing here. There you go. So I don't think that CD Projekt has got too much to worry about that on that aspect. Okay, next up we're going to have a little talk about Gorn. Yes, this was the game that we played last week on PSVR. Gorn, it was a hack and slash where basically you slashed at people and hacked them into pieces. It wasn't a storyline game by far. It was basically, I mean, I actually would even refer to this as a tech demo rather than anything proper game related. But Gorn has been one of the staple VR games that was on PC for a long time. You want to know what you can do with VR? Look, you can like swash weapons around. You get all these different weapons, from bows or maces or giant two-handed axes, and then you can crush, maim, destroy people into little tiny bits and chunks and such. Yeah, I mean, the graphics aren't that impressive. The gameplay isn't that impressive. You just get to play around with swords and cut people up that try to attack you. So you either attack them or they attack you. And it's nothing really more than just going through levels and levels trying to defeat other people in arena. I think I've already got through like level 1 and maybe one area on level 2, and it can be a challenge because when you like fighting one person and then you find like you're fighting 3 people. At start I found out that one hit kills you. I thought, this is not good. I'm like hacking and slashing away at these people. They're just getting knocked out, but they're coming right back, and I like cut off their arms, limbs, legs, and they're still coming at you until you actually destroy their skull, and that finally puts them down for good. And even sometimes their skull, you see like their jaws hanging off and their eyes like beating bloody open, but they're still coming at you. But yet they hit you once and then you're down for the count, which I thought was a little bit of a pain. I thought that's unfair, isn't it? I've got like whole groups of people like chasing after me. Some of them got excessive power-ups, and I only can get one hit kill, one hit and I'm dead. However, I think I discovered that it was a little bit more than that, that if I don't retaliate, actually I'm not sure, if I don't make a kill within something like 30 seconds, let me rephrase that, if I make a kill within 30 seconds, then I get back up, then I'm back up and good. But I'm not too sure if it's a kill or a hit back, because I never actually tested that. But I did know that, I did notice that once I was on the way down, I made a kill and then I was back up on my feet. And I thought, oh, okay, so killing people actually seems to get you back up, which is good, in a sense. Yeah, killing people makes you better. Yay. Woot. Star Citizen. Yes, I know my favourite topic, talking about Star Citizen. No, I'm not going to make this a predominant Star Citizen channel, although I am quite invested in that game at the moment. So I do like what they're doing. I do like what they plan to do. Yes, I do think that some of it is a scam, but I think that it's a scam that works because they are actually providing a lot of what they're promising. And if they don't get it, you can see the roadmap up to when you do get it. So, Star Citizen XenoThreat had finally finished its third phase. Now, the phase, XenoThreat was done in, I'm going to say that, the XenoThreat event was done in 3 phases. All I knew was like phase 2 and 3, and I was wondering, what the heck's phase 1? Where did phase 1 go? What was that about? But it looked like phase 1 was the message. So basically, if you was online at a certain time, you'll get a message broadcast out from the group known as XenoThreat, saying that they are going to attack Stanton to save you from the oppressive heel of the UEE Navy fleet. And basically, we don't want to be oppressed anymore, etc. Rebel was just saying now, I never actually saw the message, but I'll tell you what, let's actually see if I can get it and play it here.
Attention, people of Stanton. A great injustice has been done to you. For decades, the spineless bureaucrats of your government have been selling you and your fellow citizens piece by piece to the alien scum outside our borders and to their corporate masters within. Their greed, only matched by the absolute disregard for the values that made humanity great in the first place. My brothers and sisters have watched them feed on the dying carcass of the Empire for long enough. With the passage of the Human Xi'an Trade Initiative, it's clear that the government is happy to sell the final parts of humanity into servitude. The time has come to send a message that we will not consume their lives anymore, that we are the ones in charge. Stanton will be the first step in a revolution to take back the soul of the Empire. You will be witnesses. We are XenoThreat. Out.
Cool. That was the message, hopefully. So that was the message that XenoThreat gave out. And phase 2 was basically the attack, the Javelin. That was basically, you needed to defend the Javelin from the Idris. So you can get any ship that you wanted, such as maybe like anything from your SpaceX Aurora to full-blown hammerheads, and go out and basically kill. Now, every kill or get the cargo, because there were fleets of ships that were attacking your Javelin. There were fleets of ships that were attacking Jericho stations, including an Idris capital ship. Now, you could either have taken the combat role and delved into a fighter and go out and destroyed those ships. Or if you had the call to arms mission implied as well, then you'll get nice little extra bonuses for each ship that you destroyed, which was all well and good enough. But that was not where the money maker was. The money making aspect was from the delivery of the cargo. Now, as I said, there was 3 types of cargo. One type of cargo which was quantum sensitive, meaning you cannot hyperspace from it. You cannot hyperspace jump or quantum drive in Star Citizen from point A to B. So you had to slow travel it from the wreck sites to Jericho Station, which was about 500 meters, which is travelable enough, but it will take about like 5 to 10 minutes depending on what ship you've got. So if you've got a nice fast ship, then yeah, you can like zoom through that. But But if you had like a slow ship with lots of shields, such as like a, let's say an 890 jump, 890 jump is a big powerhouse of a ship, slow as anything, but at least when the other ships are like attacking you, you're not going to get blown up on there. However, if you take something like a small 300i, you'll be able to fit some of the cargo inside the back, and you'll be able to travel at relatively high speeds. But one or two shots from any of the attacking fleet, and you're done for. Basically, you probably might not. You could possibly outmaneuver them, but it'll be like a race. They'll be shooting at you, and you're like running or constantly running away. Unless you've got like a good support fleet of other players that were defending you at that time. So that was the quantum sensitive cargo. The second type of cargo was the explosive cargo, which basically means that don't knock it about, because if you start knocking about or it getting hit, then it goes boom. And that's mostly like from the people that are like picking it up and trying to throw it into their cargo containers. Yeah, do not throw those time bombs into the. Do not throw those high explosive packages into your ship. Otherwise, you could lose your ship. But another thing is, if you start getting attacked like by missiles and such, and your ship starts battering around, that would also throw them around inside your ship, and you're basically the internal of your ship to like juggling literally live explosives, which isn't good. So you've got to be delicate and careful with those. And the third one was time sensitive. That basically, from the moment you release it from the catch, it has a field which will slowly destabilize over time, and if it gets to 0, it's worthless. You can't use it. So you basically got to fill up your ship with these fast, and then you've got to quickly quantum drive to the destination and sell it as quickly as possible before the timer runs out. Otherwise, they're useless. So therefore, you've got the three different types of cargo. And once the cargo reaches its destination and you sold it, you then get lots of money. Not just you, everyone in the event gets that money. So and it's not like shared out equally, such as if one cargo was worth like 100 and there's 10 people in there, everyone's getting 10 units. No, everyone would get 100. In fact, I think in this case, every batch load of a certain number, I don't know what the number was, but every batch load issued out 4,000 credits to everyone, which is a nice little deal. And lots of people ended up wondering, oh, I seem to have got like 200k, 200,000 credits. Yay! That event turned out quite nicely. In fact, I think I nearly got 1,500,000 credits at one point. I'm not sure if that was a glitch, but I'm not complaining about that. Yeah, so I think those sort of events that are good, where it doesn't matter if you're a combat pilot, or if if you're a combat pilot, or if you're a cargo operator, or even if you're just picking up and moving the containers from the salvage ships to the actual ship that's salvaging. Yeah, sorry, the wrecked ships to the salvage ships. It doesn't matter which part or role that you played. As soon as those cargo get dropped off, everyone wins. Everyone gets a piece of the pie. And I like that. I thought that was good because, yeah, we all get a good payday. And we like paydays, don't we? We do like paydays, right? Yes, okay, cool. So, what's next? So that's to wrap up. That's to wrap up the XenoThreat events, and the third and final phase, which was basically the attack the Idris mission. Well, basically the enemy XenoThreat Idris came in there and start shooting up the platform at the Jericho station, and it was just a massive firefight. There was three enemy capital ships, including Idrises and Javelins, and everyone in the system basically just went into the firefight and just killed it, basically blew everything up. The third phase was pure combat. Sorry. The third phase was just pure combat. Now, when you the way that the cash was issued out here wasn't a result of everyone's assets, unless they actually managed to take down all the capital ships. When they took down all the capital ships, everyone got like 23,000 or 40 odd thousand credits, which was the mission reward. But most people got their cash from amount of damage that they did. So that was more down to the individual. The more damage you inflict on the enemies, the more money that you got. So if you got like, let's say a Retaliator with size 9 torpedoes, and those torpedoes hit the enemy Javelin whilst the Javelin shields were down, that's 100k right there. However, if you're just like me, and I was using an Aurora, with four size 4 guns, I think I was getting like 4,000 probably every minute or so, which nicely tallied up, and I still got a good couple of 100,000 out of the nice events in total. But yeah. So once that was done, and the third phase was totally finished, and we destroyed the enemy capital ships, so 3 capital ships plus how many ever hammerheads there were. Jericho was like lit up with fireworks to say, yay, we beat off the XenoThreat. Now, what was the XenoThreat? What was the whole point of XenoThreat? Well, apart from everyone having a bloody good time doing it, because I say this with conviction. Actually, I have talked to a lot of people on Spectrum, on the internet, other YouTubers inside the verse, and the majority consensus. I'm having to word my words, say my words very carefully here. The majority consensus was more, please. We liked that. Everyone I talked to really enjoyed that. There was like the occasional bug and problem or crime stat where you accidentally shot another player, but those are the whole points. Those were the main points of why these events went out, was to test the limit of what these servers can do, what bugs would actually show up, what sort of problems and concerns that would happen. The main point of these events was to see if it was possible and how the player base would actually react to these events. The quantum system they've got that basically works with, well, I say that they've got, but it's currently in progress of being made at the moment, will work by testing. How can I really explain this? Because the quantum system is excessively complex, but at the same time, as the event as it builds up, it will generate this sort of event, these sort of missions, and put out a major event such as the Nine Tails or the XenoThreat or whatever they come up with. Like there might be a glut in certain is it a glitch or whatever in a certain area. So the quantum will say, right, let's get the miners out, and we'll need to produce miners to harvest all the materials they can get to go there, or you'll probably just get traders that will just bring it in from other locations, and that will generate another type of mission of that aspect, depending on what it will or events depending on what it will go. But that's all by and by, stuff in the future, maybe 1 or 2 years in the future, but stuff that we have yet to look forward to. Okay, next up, what else was there? Okay, Now lastly, yes, still doing a little aspect on Minecraft. Now, although I've been doing Minecraft in like the VR, there are, as much as I love doing the stuff inside VR, I kind of wanted to do a long play of it. So which is why I kind of did pretty much played it most of Saturday, just to just to actually get moving, so I can have a little bit of extra time rather than say, oh, it's like 8 o'clock at night, let's see what I can fit in before I need to make dinner and go to bed. But so I set Saturday out aside so that I could basically just sit down and just play as much as I can, so I can start building up my areas. As I said, in Minecraft, I kind of want, there's so many things that I want to build. There's lots of things that I want to do, because originally, way back when, I used to build a lot of stuff in there. I like built farms, I built houses, built mansions, I built castles, I built fortresses in the sky and skyways and massive conveyor belts and roller coasters of minecarts. I used to build some massive stuff. But that was when I was like playing Minecraft every single day. I was like, and unemployed as well. And yeah, unemployed helps a lot when you've got a lot of stuff to play in Minecraft. Not 2 or 3 hours once a week and that's it. So I kind of want to try and see if I can get back to that. Not the unemployed thing, boss. Don't fire me because I said that. Please don't fire me. But I want to try and see if I can start getting some real focus on what I want to do. And last Saturday we managed to make a fair bit of progress through the castle. As this is all done in survival, it's not like just like placing down bricks. I have to go down, mine, explore the cave, get all the materials that I need, and then bring them up to the surface and then place them. And that can take hours just to get like one batch. So one batch, so I can then start placing the bricks down. And then there's also the smelting of the bricks if I want to change it, because the floors I'm going to have in a different pattern. As you can see, I started creating like a nice little type of brick that I was going to use for the floors. But general basics of the castle, as you can see, is coming along. I've done 1 or 2 walls. I've flushed the walls out a little bit. I've still got to do like the steeple bit in the centre, yeah, but basically there's still a heck of a lot more that I need to do for the castle. Once I've finished the castle, I am kind of wondering if I should do some exploring, because I really need to get to a place where I can start really. At the moment I'm missing glass, I'm missing a lot of stone, and where I'm currently building at the moment there seems to be a lot of caves, and I know a lot of people like caves because caves seems to be able to give you good access to a lot of materials quite quick and easy whilst under attack from monsters. I don't want, well, I do want the materials, but I want to be able to like dig down and build out my own tunnel myself, like what I was doing previously, just like dig a nice long tunnel, but then it breaches into like this massive open ravine. And I thought, oh, for crying out loud. And that's why I want the glass, so I can build nice bridges there. I was thinking of build a bridge right there, made out of glass, so you can see where you're going. But yeah, it'll be. So after we managed to finish the castle, so I think the castle, once I've finished all 4 walls, that will be 1/4 or 1/3 done about it. But yeah, there's still a fair bit amount to go, and I can only really get to do that if I am spending hours and dedicating all focal sessions on that. But there's also other things that I want to do in Minecraft as well. I have finally figured out why why I couldn't access the servers. and that was because I changed my password. Now, I change my passwords quite frequently. What was once yesterday is now gone, it's changed. And I totally forgot about the password that the Minecraft server uses for the Microsoft server is that same password. So I had to go and change that password so that it could actually work. It actually worked. And now I managed to get into there. I might do some exploring the Minecraft servers again. Might even do that tonight if I get some time. But speaking of which, it will come up into the future of other things that I'd want to do, such yeah. So other things that I want to do in the future. Once I've gotten the Minecraft kick out and done, then I will probably go back onto, say, No Man's Sky, because that can be done in VR. But I think I'll go more or less onto No Man's Sky once I get the PlayStation 5 sorted. The reason I say that is because the PSVR on the PlayStation 4 for No Man's Sky is very limited, and it's in the same sort of boat as the Minecraft, where yes, the VR is a good adaptation, that it works. However, you can get a lot more focus out of the standard game rather than the VR game. For example, in Minecraft, when you're looking at the UIs that pop up, it can pop up like behind walls and such, which is annoying, but you don't get anything like that on the flat screen version because it's on the screen. Right, they've got a placement of it on screen rather than in 3D environment, which can be behind whatever walls that comes up. And also sort of the same thing that goes with No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is very limited into what its visual process can be, because I used to create like these big bases in No Man's Sky. Unfortunately, it will only allow me to see a few bits of it, which is a problem, because if you're in the proper 2D version or the flat screen version, you can see it all no problem. But if you're on PSVR, then it is very limited to what you can do. Looks nice. You can fly around the universe in virtual reality. Yay, great. But still not quite what you want to do out of it. Okay, so that leads us up to the last bit, the comments section. Wow, I got comments. I got comments and questions. So, well, I say comment section or answering your questions, and I see that my battery's about to run out. So whilst I was playing Minecraft earlier, we got some comments from Bat921. Hopefully I got that number right. He was asking some pretty decent questions. Unfortunately, like I said at the time, I couldn't really answer them at the time because I was busy playing the game. So let's answer them now. One of the first questions was, what is your subscriber goal? Honestly, what would be your subscriber goal? For anyone, it's going to be as many as you can get, of course. I want all the subscribers. Come, sub to me. Let me beat PewDiePie and T-Series and in the future Cocomelon. They won't have anything. Give me 200 million subscribers, please, at the beginning, at the start, so I can make all the money. Give me all the money. But seriously, yes, I do want to get as many subscribers as possible, but first off, right now, my main target is 1,000 subs. Right now, I want to try and see if I can get all 1,000 subs, simply because 1,000 subs is the minimum amount of subs you need to be recognised as a YouTuber. Underneath that, no one wants to know about you, because you can't make any money out of YouTube, you can't be a YouTube partner, you can't do, there's lots of cool features like donation box and other such things that you don't get until you get 1,000 subs. So right now I'm trying to get to that level, and once I realise that I've gotten to 1,000 subscribers, then I know, right, I have finally made it as a YouTuber. That's where it starts, from 1,000 subscribers. So, so if you guys are out there watching and you haven't already, please subscribe. Help me reach this goal, because that's kind of what I want to get to. Saying that, at the moment, I'm trying to get there in stepping stones. So hopefully we start off slow and try and see if we get to the next stepping stone. So the next stepping stone for me at the moment is 500 subs. I've been going on this channel, doing these for like a good few years now. I mean, I started being a YouTuber way back when PSVR came out. In fact, this YouTube channel dates back this YouTube channel dates back all the way back to like 2006, I believe. But basically back then I was mostly just showcasing things like some of the animations that I was doing, or just things that I wanted to plant there. It wasn't for anything like anything proper or anything like that. But yeah, since the PlayStation PSVR came out, that's sort of like, I thought, I want to do this. I really do want to do this. And my YouTube channel back then was called Maxius, M-A-X-I-O-U-S, because that's the name of the website that I set back up in like 1980 something, 1990. But like late 1980, early 1990, I set up a website called Max PSVR, which was Maxius, no, not Max PSVR, Maxius, M-A-X-I-O-U-S, and that was like my persona. Everything that was me was Maxius, and Maxius was me. But yeah, so I recently then changed it to Max PSVR, because I wanted something people would remember, people would recognise, and people can easily type in without me having to spell it. Boy, was I wrong. Not many people know how to spell PSVR when I was trying to tell people out in the world. Oh, well, say, what's your YouTube channel? It's Max PSP. It's Max PSVR. Oh, could you spell that for me, please? M-A-X-P-S-V-R. Oh yeah, I got it. But yeah, so that wasn't a question, I just rambled on and went into that. The second question that he asked, another good question, was, when you get to 1,000 subscribers, will you quit your job? And the answer is no. I won't be able to quit my job, because yes, even though that once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I can start making money from YouTube, it's not going to be enough. I know that sounds greedy, but you're not going to get much from 1,000 subscribers. I am under no delusions of thinking that just because I hit 1,000 subscribers, I will be rolling in dough. No, I think it's kind of predicted that in about a course of 1 year, I could earn about £100. I think that's sort of like the prediction. So for 1,000 subscribers, I could possibly earn £100 in 1 year. And like I said, that's nothing. That is nothing. But £100, if I could earn £100, that is enough to buy me some computer games, which then I can look at, review, and make notes in, play through, do walkthroughs, reviews, analytics, talk about, showcase. I can make content from that. And even from the money that I might have left over, I can use that to get better equipment, maybe like a microphone that doesn't break on me. As you can see, I don't have like my microphone stand, and I'm like right up against the camera so that my camera could actually hear me. Or I can actually start putting some money towards getting a decent computer rather than the 6-year-old laptop that I've got at the moment that hardly works. Let's see. But that is what I'll do with the money coming in from YouTube is that I'll be able to use it so I can make better content. So the next question I was asked was, okay, if you're not going to quit your job after 1,000 subscribers, would you quit your job after 10,000 subscribers? And I'm like thinking there, I honestly don't know, because it's not about how many subscribers you got. The subscribers help you get views, that's true. Because when someone subscribes, they can get a message to say that you've got a video up, or your videos might more likely pop up into their recommendations. But the number of subscribers does not mean amount of cash in your pocket. No, it just means that you've got a viewer base. So if I am not making enough money, then no, I'm not going to be able to quit my job, because I would not quit my job unless the amount of income that I get from doing YouTube would exceed £2,000 a month steadily. And I don't think 10,000 subscribers will do that. I only think that 10,000 subscribers will only just substitute my income just a little bit more. The reason I'm going reason that I'm going thinking of that sort of direction was because way back when I started, I also knew another YouTuber at that time. He only had a couple of hundred. Well, actually, he had the same amount of YouTubers as I do now, and that YouTuber was PSVR Frank. PSVR Frank had just over 500 subs when I first met him, or when I first saw him. So I kind of like talked to him. I enjoyed his video clips. Talked about things that we was doing, such as like the Hackstock event, which he seemed quite interested in there at that time. And talked about all the stuff, and he did his thing, and he got a lot of subscribers because the stuff that he did was good, and he probably advertised it much better than I did as well. But he never gave up. His main job was a restaurant owner. He owned his own restaurant. So during the main running hours of the day, he managed, owned, ran, sorted out, organised everything. He had a full-time job of owning his restaurant. And in fact, sometimes on YouTube, he would even advertise his restaurant to other people. But even though when he finally managed to get to 10,000 subscribers, he never really thought about getting rid of that job. Although I think now that he's gotten much bigger, I'm not sure how many. I think last time that I checked he was at 50,000 and growing massively. But now, even now, I don't know. I think last I heard was that he kind of pushed the management of his business onto, I don't know, maybe one of his cousins or someone else. I'm not too sure, but I think he kind of shifted that business onto someone else so he can more or less focus on YouTube. And honestly, I would like to do the same, but I am not going to be anywhere near like that unless into the future I can get as much money coming in. Well, I mean, because at the moment I earn on average just over let's say about £1,400 a month, and pretty much all of that goes away in things like bills, taxes, and everything in between. Yeah, as an IT worker, I do not get paid that much, but hopefully in the future I could earn enough to at least subsidise that, so I can get as much money coming in. And if the amount of money that I get from YouTube can exceed that, but my job is holding me back from going further, then yes, at that point I would actually consider quitting. but I don't think that will be for a long time, and in fact I probably might get fired, or made redundant soon, considering everyone's leaving the workspace at the moment. But yeah, just because I will get 1,000 or 10,000, it doesn't mean that I'm going to quit my job anytime soon. Cooking, I'm not actually looking at anything, I'm just thinking in my head. Can we have more cooking with Maxius? Now, cooking with Maxius, that was one of the first videos that I did with my 360 camera. I've often thought about that, doing that again. And each time that I thought about doing that again, I look at my kitchen and I'm thinking, damn, this is an absolute mess. I'll be so embarrassed, embarrassed or ashamed to be filming in that and say, no, no, no. The only way that I'm going to be doing another cooking with Maxius is if I can actually make that kitchen spotless. And that's not going to happen anytime soon, not after last night. Yeah, last night. Valentine's night, me and my missus had some fun in the kitchen. We basically, she was cooking the main dinner, which was spaghetti and meatballs. Well, spaghetti and mince meat, which was quite nice mince spaghetti bolognese. That was it, spaghetti bolognese. Whilst I was making cakes. So I set myself to one part of the kitchen and I was like separating all the ingredients, mixing them up, stirring them up, and she was like pretty much going through her routine, trying to not burn the pans, and yeah, and we pretty much had a pretty good deal of that. Although like right now the kitchen is an absolute mess, and I was thinking, I really wish that I recorded that, because that was quite fun. So maybe in the future we can actually do that, but it might not be a 360 thing. Although I would like to do it as a 360 thing, because this is supposed to be a VR channel. And when I like create stuff with a 360 camera, it allows people with VR headsets, like a PSVR headset, to be able to just like look around and such, and basically don't have to look in one area. I know if you've got like an iPhone or an iPad, you can basically just hold it and just look around and go like that because it responds to the gyroscope. But it's so much better if you're in like a VR headset, and then you can actually look around and you're thinking, my God, that floor's actually disgusting. But yeah, so I would like to try and do that in the future, but I really need to get my elbows greased up, to put in some elbow grease to clean up the kitchen before I can actually even think about filming in there again, or move to a new place. Because the last cooking with Matthew was basically, we just moved into the place and that was a brand new kitchen basically. But yeah, okay. I'm not sure how long I've been rambling on about for now, but hopefully you've enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed in creating this. Guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Try and see if you can help me get up to those 1,000 subscribers. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys out there.